Hello everybody and welcome back to Simulate Gaming and welcome to Coldborough Farm. Now today we are baling our hay, our hay that we made in the last episode. So we have chosen the John Deere today and we have our brand new baler at the back there. It's a bit smaller than the other ones, so it should be more manoeuvrable and more suited to this farm. So we bought that one by trading in the old New Holland one that we had, which is I think that give us about 80,000 back, something like that, and this one cost 78, so we didn't make that much profit off it. We only made a couple of thousand, but should be more than enough. And that was a fail on my behalf there, trying to get into this gate, and he drove past it. So how you guys doing? Welcome back. Like I just said, now you may notice that Seasons mod is not in Coldborough Farm anymore. If you missed my last Chellington episode, then you may not be aware why that is. Let's get our beacons off here. Off, I said. Dang it. And do we need to unfold this? I think we do. Yeah, there it is unfolded. So yes, you may not be aware as to why I took Seasons out, and basically Coldborough Farm is going to be my anything goes based around animals sort of let's play, and Chellington / Sandy Bay, because I'm going to be swapping out Chellington for Sandy Bay, is going to be my ultra realistic series with less jump cuts. So if you like my usual stuff, then Coldborough Farm is going to be for you, but I highly recommend you check out my new style. Chellington isn't really doing it just yet. It's sort of like just practicing on how Seasons really works. And Sandy Bay, we're going to take it hardcore realism. So yes, I look forward to that. Hopefully it'll be pretty soon. So we're just baling up our hay here. So if you are new, if this is the first episode you've ever seen of mine here on Coldborough Farm, basically we mowed the grass 2 episodes ago. We windrowed it. We started to forage it to give it to our sheep. Realised that our sheep didn't need hardly any of it. So instead we tedded it. How do you say that? Tedded or tedded? Let me know in the comment section, because I don't know. Yeah, we tedded it, whatever. And then we turned it into hay, of course. And now we had to windrow it again. So I windrowed that off camera. And let's get it lifted up before we break off the pickup. And now we are turning it into hay bales, so we can give it to our animals, basically. So we are saving up for cows. At the moment, we only have sheep and chickens, of course, because we ain't got a choice with the chickens. But yes, they are another thing. I pressed the wrong button. Great start to the video. Green is on, Simulate. Green is on, blue is up and down. Dang it. Try that again. Right, so another reason we swapped out the baler is because it requires a lot less horsepower than the New Holland one. We've got a round baler as well, but we're not really interested in that just yet because we haven't got any cows. So when we actually have cows, we'll start giving them round bales so we can shred them up and bed the barns and all that good stuff. Now, I did remove the bale counter mod because that was causing mega issues on Chellington, so I'm assuming it causes mega issues in general. So yes, we have to just play it by eye, basically. I have got a setup that I want for collecting, not collecting bales as per se, but that button, Simulate. Got the wrong one last time. So yes, I have got a setup for, as far as like trailers go. We do have a bale trailer, but let's go ahead. Wrong button again. Dang it. Right, there we go. It kind of makes sense that green is on, because green usually means on. I just wish the blue buttons were red. I wish that Slaytech made them red. And that could kind of be... no, that won't work either, because that would be off. I don't know. Let's find the way it is. I don't know why I said that. Still haven't got the gearbox mod installed, because I'm a bit hesitant, because I don't actually know how it works just yet. I need to do some exploring off camera to see how it works, because I want to get it all working. But I can't think how I want to map things out yet, which is interesting. Right, now a couple of people did say I should map out my shuttle mode to my clutch. Now that's a good idea. However, you can't map out buttons to axis, which is what the clutch pedal is on the G29. I'm pretty sure it's the same on the G27 as well. We are never going to... Oh, we're going to be able to turn that? Yeah, we can turn that. Just. Only just. So yes, maybe if I use something like Xpadder or something I could, but I don't really want to be running an additional bit of software in the background, additional program. Why is this really short? I think this is where we got up to with our forage wagon, that's why. Right, let's go ahead and lift that up. Yeah, I got the right button this time. So I'm trying to do less jump cuts, guys, because some of you like them, some of you don't, because I try to do them so we get more done in a video, so we don't just start something and then go, right, that's it, we'll carry this on the next 2 episodes because this feels huge. So I like getting things, one thing done per episode, basically. So that's why we do a lot of jump cuts, but a lot of you said you don't really like it, which I have an idea. I'm not going to announce it just yet, but I will announce it probably in a live stream so I can get some live feedback about the idea. But yes, it does involve making a new channel. Right, let's go ahead and go to here. Lift up the pickup. So as you can probably already guess, we are doing the head done last because no reason, basically. It's just easier for me. So we'll go ahead and do that. I pushed the wrong button again, but it's all good. So loving this new Massey Ferguson? What am I talking about? I'm loving this new Massey Ferguson baler. It's a lot more, well, you can go a lot faster with it. And this tractor, well, not this tractor in particular, because this is a powerful John Deere, but the other tractors in particular couldn't run the New Holland, so that's why we sold it out for this. Although I am looking to get a Heston baler, so we can have big bales, huge bales. That'll be better for me, I think. So yes, we are looking into that. Whether it will work or not, that is another story. So we've somehow accidentally gone into our headland, but that's absolutely fine. We'll get it out of the way then, seeing as we're here now. We'll carry on. So today's agenda is, of course, to stack this up. I don't really do another loading. We're not going to bother loading them today, guys, because we do a lot of loading, apparently. So we are going to just use the autoloader, I think. What we could do, actually, is get the fent down here with the trailer. Oh, we don't have a course play for it. Dang it. I need to record some course plays that go from Coldborough Farm to Chantry, which is this farm we're at now. So it looks like we're going to have to go get the trailer ourselves anyway. I turn this way here like that. So I know people do like watching me stack bales, because some people did compliment me and say I was quite good at it, so I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. But also some people find it boring. Rainbow Dave's told me that too personally. When we were in chat, he's like, oh, I don't like watching you bale, it's boring. Stacking bales, it's boring. So fair enough. So apparently people don't like that. So we do it every now and then. Whoa, we're stuck. We've got a bale stuck to the back of us here. Yeah, apparently not everyone likes watching bale stacking. I can understand that it gets a bit boring. But I like it. I find it really relaxing. So maybe it's just something I should do off camera. Who knows? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you like watching me load bales onto a trailer manually, or would you prefer me using the autoloader? I did ask this question in Farm Sim 15 and everyone said use an autoloader. But I got a lot more subscribers now, so it may have changed. So let me know. Please let me know, so I actually know whether to keep it in the videos or not. But yes, today we'll just play it safe and use the autoloader. Come on, John Deere. Oh gosh, look at all that fuel usage. So this is the glitched out bit of grass that I was telling you about, guys, in the last episode. So I did tether this bit of grass here like 3 times. I went over it, and it still didn't turn into hay. So that's obviously glitched out, so we'll just have to... I don't know how we're going to get rid of that, to be fair. We can't... I was about to say plough it in, but we've got nothing to plough on this. May weed it in. I think weeding works. Who knows? That's weeding's just a fertilizer. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do about that. We may just pick it up with a bucket. That will also work. There's a tiny bit here. There, let's get up. Collected. There we go. I saw the number go up then. Right, so let's find the bits we haven't done. Another... Oh no, it's just uncut grass. I thought there was another glitched out bit there. Aha! Hello. Slow the pickup down again. And continue. We'll do a bit in third person. I like to keep it a bit even for you guys. Do a bit of both. But it's kind of harder to aim like this. I'm just trying to look at the front wheels, keep it roughly in the same place on the swath. Ooh. There we go. Get the pickup lifted up here. Go around the lamppost. I'll move the camera around now. Get low down again, see if we can collect most of this piece here. Not really worried about all the scrag ends today, because it's not really going to give us much more yield. Yield, is that the right word to use when it comes to bale? A bit more level? I don't know how to say that. A bit more capacity, let's just say that. Right, so we have 3 rows left by the look of it. Maybe if we go get the scrag ends. Not too many bales, actually. Of course, we get a lot less hay bales than we do straw bales, so... Yes. So we've got quite a lot done from this one field. We managed to mow it, get some straw. Why do I keep saying straw? We managed to get some hay and some forage, so that's good. If you did miss the last couple of episodes, we actually have a pile of grass in our yard because we filled up one trailer with the forage wagon, realised that the sheep only wanted 10% of that, so the other 90% is currently in a pile in the yard, and hopefully we can pick it back up when we need it. The reason I didn't put it into the silage clamp is because apparently, I've not tried it myself, but apparently the silage clamp is broken currently. So yes, I'm just going to wait for the update, which should be soon for this actually. Right, we're going to go into our next pass here. We'll get the pickup lifted up here, and we'll skip one. This isn't even a row, but we'll do it anyway. This is just a bit I forgot to windrow by the look of it. Right, so what I'm going to do is pass over here this side, so we don't have to turn as sharp, and then we'll go into that row there. And then, that is pretty much just done, so we can go ahead and get the trailer after this. Let's go ahead, pick this up. Look at that squeak from the Brody knob. If you are new to the channel, then that squeak you may hear every now and then is the Brody knob that I've put onto my steering wheel. If you are going to get a Brody knob, put your force feedback on really loose, because you will pull off the leather from the wheel. Unless you get an expensive one. This is quite a cheap, I think it's like £10 off eBay, so it's quite a cheap one. If you get an expensive one, then you may not have to, but I don't want to risk, first of all, breaking the gears inside the wheel itself. That's only a Logitech problem, because Thrustmaster uses belts, I believe. But yeah, don't damage it. So we're done here. So I'm going to quickly come to the end of here. We'll drive to the gate with the baler on, just in case we see any on the way. Get it lifted up. Doesn't look like I can see any more rows, any bits that we've missed. So what we're going to do is go ahead and turn it off, and we'll unload. Now, I don't actually know what the unload button is here on the side panel. Let me just have a guess. So that's on, that's fold. Okay, so it's number 10. Kick these out. Get that lifted up like that. Now, this is going back to the other yard, because we're probably going to need this for straw at some point. So we'll drive this back to Coldborough Farm, and we'll collect our bale trailer. So I'm actually going to leave this in, but I'll speed it up, because people say they like watch me drive sometimes, but not all the time. So seeing this is the only drive of the video, I'll leave it in. So I'll see you guys back at Coldborough Farm. Right, so here we are back at the farm. And what is that course that we have loaded up actually? Is that from... Oh, okay, that's going from the shop to the store. We sent the John Deere off to get the baler earlier, so that's what that is. So we get that turned off now. Now, where am I going to store the baler? That is the question. We've still got the plough, and I really need to tidy up this yard. It's getting a bit ridiculous now. Let's go ahead and turn this off like that. Okay. And we will try and back this in, but this has a really, really rubbish turning circle, this baler. Like it jackknives really easy if we're too harsh with it, so we've got to be gentle. Let's get into reverse here once we get the camera through the trees. Okay, that should do it. Straighten out a little bit. I'm really bad at reversing today. It's just this John Deere is monstrous. That's why I like using the smaller things for carting and all that good stuff. Right, so that will do here. We'll go ahead and get it disconnected, put it back into forwards, and we will go and get the bale trailer. Now, is this John Deere going to make it past the plough with this terrible turning circle? Yes, it did. Cool. So, the trailer is there. I had nowhere to put it, so I just left it there. Let's go ahead, put it back into reverse once again. That field is not growing, guys, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. We did seed it in a previous episode, but it's still not growing. You can see the tram lines are there. Why is this not connecting up? Is this John Deere too high for this trailer? Shouldn't be. Ah, there we go. There we are. Back into forward, and there's some trees in our cab. Does not to worry. Right. So now we need to head back to Chantry Farm. Now, I'm not going to bother leaving this one. Let me just reset the head tracking again. Cool. So I'll meet you guys back at the farm. The other farm. Right, so we're back at the farm already. It seems to get closer and closer every time we do that drive. I just remember it being longer than that. Right, we get our beacons off here. We don't need them inside the yard. And we'll turn into here. Hopefully we won't get the trailer stuck. How's the wheel cam? Because I just hit it by my elbow by accident. Right. The mirrors are useless on this game. Absolutely useless. But it looks like we're getting her through. May have scraped a tiny bit, but not to worry. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you can probably see on the wheel cam, I've moved my keyboard up onto my laptop stand, so I don't have to reach over the steering wheel. Now I can just rest my elbow and go, boop. There we go. So, right, so we should be ready to pick up our bales now. Now, this trailer at the moment doesn't have a speed limit like it did in Farm Sim 15, so hopefully it stays like that. Yes, they are loading. Now, I have had trouble with this trailer before. It caused bad FPS, and I'll show you why and how that happened. Let's go ahead and load this bale up. So we are cheating, yes I know, but like I said a second ago, not everybody likes me loading up these bales. And we've literally just loaded some up, so I'm going to give a bit of a gap in between, or else that'll be like 3 episodes in 1 week. Don't want to do that to you guys, for the people that don't like watching me stack bales. Not to mention, this isn't necessarily unrealistic, it's just in real life you'd have a telehandler doing it, and then you'll just be driving and letting the telehandler load up as we move. So just imagine there's a telehandler doing this for us, just massively sped up. Right. Go ahead and turn here like that. Well, we should get about 5 more on. 4 more now. But how many's left in the field? That is the question. If we've got just enough, that is going to be amazing. Imagine if it fills this trailer up. It is! Oh my... Oh no, we're going to have 2 left. Dang it. I thought we had exactly enough then. But unfortunately not. We're going to have 2... little scrag ends. I should have brought down the little adapter thing that I had. In fact, there's more over here, so no, we did lose out on some. Right. Now, hopefully this doesn't crash the game. In fact, what I'm going to do is save. So I'll save the game. Because this is what I did last time, just to make it look a bit better, is I unloaded them. No, wait, what did I do? Oh yes, I unloaded them onto the trailer, and then I put the straps on. It didn't do it today, but the game really didn't like it when I did that last time. But I think you'll agree it does look a lot better like this. And just magically balanced on. Okay, so now I don't know where we're going to keep these. The cows do live down here, so we will keep them down here. I just don't know an actual storage place. And for those of you that haven't seen any of the previous episodes, I will show you that grass mound I was telling you about as well. So there is our straw bales in there on the IT runner plate. So I might put them in there on the opposite side. But there's our sheep there, and they're dirty. I need to tidy them up. There is our grass mound. You can just see it. I'll show you it over there. So yes, there's our grass mound. So we need to get this at some point when the silage clamp is fixed. Let's go ahead and get these unloaded then. I'm not sure. We could unload them. We haven't actually unloaded them on camera. We always load them on camera and then, okay, right, that's done. So we could do the opposite. But for now, we won't bother. What we'll do is instead... This John Deere is terrible. It's got such a big back that it's hard to reverse things, unfortunately. We may swap it out for the Massey. Yeah, the Massey is over there. I don't know if the Massey in real life would be able to carry this trailer, though. It probably will. Might be a bit heavy for it, that's the only thing. It's getting a bit tight, a bit snug. This is a terrible turning circle. Look, that's as far as we can turn with the John Deere. Give it a little bit of wall encouragement here. Bit of 4-wheel drive wall encouragement. Nope, that's not going to work. Dang it. Right, I've had enough. I've had enough. Never send a John Deere to do a Massey Ferguson's job. That's the old saying. In fact, I think I just made that up, but it's a saying now. So this is a lot smaller with a bigger turning circle, so we should be able to do it a bit better now. So we'll take this camera around. Okay, let's get them disconnected, connected, sorry. And we'll try doing this with the Massey. I need to straighten up though, because I'm a bit disorientated. Right, this is the final time I'm going to try this. If not, we're just going to break all realism and just do it. Just ram it in. Look how much better this is with the Massey. Everybody just sell your John Deeres and get a Massey. Right, let's go here, rotate this here. Now, how do we swap sides? Right, so there's our little checkered board where our bales will be unloaded from. Get them in here like that as best as we can. I'm going to use the mouse to use the camera because this is getting a bit disorientating. And we will unload. So there we are. There is our straw bales done. Straw and hay bales, sorry. So there is. Right, so there's our hay bales here, guys. We've got them all nice and neat. We could have gone a bit closer to the wall, but I don't know how we're going to be unloading these just yet. Our straw, they've moved somehow, but they're still on the IT runner plate here, ready to be used. So now what we need is silage bales, or even silage. So that's going to be the next thing we do when we cut grass. And that did not take as long as I thought it was going to take. So now, what are we going to do? Right, guys, so we're just heading back to Coldborough Farm now because we have to do some fertilising. Although, do we have any fertiliser bags left? I'm not sure we do. I think we only have seed bags left. So if that's the case, then we're going to have to skip this fertilising and jump straight into the seeding, and then we'll fertilise it whilst it's seeding. We won't get as good of a yield, but it saves us going down to the shop and doing some more loading. Definitely to tidy this yard. That's one thing I need to do. Right, we need the spreader. I just drove past where the spreader is. I thought it was down here. Right. Let's go ahead and get this. So apparently the Coldborough Farm update will not require you to have pallets if you don't want them. Apparently you could just buy it from the tanks like you could in 15. Hopefully that's the case because I'm a bit lazy, you see. In fact, what I'm going to do is we are going to check. We'll leave the John Deere running, why not? We're going to go check to see if we do have any fertiliser bags left or whether these are seed bags. I believe they're seed bags. There's our little front loader shed there, by the way. No, so yes, these are... Oh no, we do have fertiliser left. Okay, we've got 2 of these left. We've got no front loader to put them on with, but yes, we do have it. So we're going to do it the unrealistic way, just so you guys don't get fed up with loading. We're just going to have to rename the name to simloading.com. Right then, let's reverse this Johnny and get the fertiliser spreader hooked up, ready to go. Probably a bit excessive for the John Deere. Like, the John Deere is probably a bit excessive for the sprayer, but actually this is nearly full already, so we don't even have to worry about filling it up just yet. But the field we are doing is massive. It's huge, absolutely huge. So, hopefully we can get the whole thing done with this 1,500 litres we got left. But we do have some bags left, like I just said. And we will begin. Let's go ahead and get it turned on then, shall we? So I should probably do the headland last, but not to worry. And we are probably using the heaviest and worst tractor to do this in, but the other ones are currently doing stuff on course plays, so we don't have to worry about them. But it doesn't matter anyway, because this sprayer... Basically, guys, it doesn't matter that we're destroying the soil we're on, because if you look at that field there, we are going to be giving this some tram lines, which obviously be designed for this spreader. So, yeah, we're pretty much driving down the tram lines anyway, so it doesn't matter. So as most of you know, I am working on a map. It's coming along nicely, although I do need to contact Oxygen David to see if I can take a couple of things from his map, because I have ideas, and those ideas cannot be found anywhere else. So I'm going to have to message him. Hopefully he doesn't mind. It's courtesy to ask people, though, isn't it? So I thought I'd ask. And it's currently nearly 6 PM here in game. In fact, it's not far off in real life. So we will be probably working through the night, or at least until sunset. I don't have to worry about future forecasts on this map, because once again Seasons mod is not installed on Coldborough Farm. That's just for Chellington and Sandy Bay at the moment. Unless, of course, you guys want me to put it on every map. If that starts doing well, I'll probably put it on every map. But yes, we don't have to think about the forecast for the next upcoming days, or weeks, whatever, because once it rains in this game, and the sun comes back out, it counts as sunny again. Whereas the seasons mod, you actually have to let the soil dry out before you can start working on it again, which is cool. Very cool. So just an update, guys. As you can tell, this field took ages to plough because it was ploughing for like 3 episodes, if you remember that. But off camera, we also ploughed that field there, so both fields are ready to go. That's because I thought we were going to keep it the seasons mod, and it was spring, so we had to get it planted as soon as possible. But like I said, it doesn't necessarily matter anymore. Let's put cruise control on instead. But it's nice that they're both ready to go anyway. That field there is number 4, I think. That's currently growing with sunflowers. I don't have the sunflower header, so that's one thing we have to buy. That's one thing to add to our little shopping list. But yes, we're pretty much ready for our next animals now. So we've got, for the cows, we've got the water bowser to give them water. Unfortunately, the water is not free like I thought it was going to be, so we have to start taking that cost into consideration. Let's just rotate this here. And we're going to go down the field, because when it ploughed, it went left to right, and I didn't want it to do that, so I set up course play wrong. So now we're going to go the proper way here, like this. So yes, we have to take the water into consideration as well. I didn't think we would, but it's just a water trigger, not actually the water plane like I thought it was. So we've got the water bowser for the cows, we've got straw, and now hay for the straws as well. We just need silage now, and we can't actually make the silage, which is annoying. We can make the silage wraps. It just depends. I need to mow another grass, but I need to mow another field now for the silage wraps. So we may be doing some mowing in the next couple episodes. I know we've just done one, of course, but this is for a different cause, which means we'll have to wrap them as well. How close can we get to... Actually, we're not going to hit this mast. It's going to be fine. In fact, we're a bit wide, actually. We'll do that again in a minute. So I've decided we're not going to bother seeding this today. We're going to fertilise the other field as well. Just get all the fertilising out the way in one video so we don't have to do multiple things. Like if we start seeding now, although it's a bit interesting because we're starting something new for you guys, the next video we're going to have to do fertilising again, so it's a bit repetitive. So we'll get all the fertilising that we need to do out the way now. And it should be us done. But this is the last part of this half of the field at least. Get ready to turn it off because we are running a bit low on the old nitrogen here. There we go. Could be lime, but I'm going to go with nitrogen. Right guys, so we have now finished this whole field, which is finally, we can go on to the next one. Now I'm going to turn the HUD back on real quick so we know how much we've got. 207 litres, so yes, we are most definitely going to be needing, go back in cab, we're most definitely going to be needing to fill this up. So we're going to do it the cheap way. And we'll start fertilising field number... What? Oh, that's the horn. Oops. Field number 2. That's the one we're going to do next. Field number 2. So we'll get that out of the way. And that should be all the fertilising done for this side. Oh gosh, we missed some. We completely missed some. I thought that was it. Let's go ahead and get this on. Here we are. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. Cool. Now, I can't be bothered to drive up the side of the field the whole way, so we're just going to go out this exit and go up the main dirt path. And we'll fill up the fertiliser spreader again. Hopefully it'll work. Right, so here we are. Hopefully we can get the right bags. Not that it will take it from the seed bags anyway. I just crashed into a wall. Luckily, it's only rubber. You can't damage rubber. Well, you can if you drive over a nail, I suppose, but you know what I mean. Right, let's get the cover off this, which is that button there. Reverse this up towards the fert bags here. In fact, I said it was nitrogen. Some people are going to comment saying it's coke or lime. Let's see what it actually is. It is nitrogen after all. There we go. Bit of a mix. Bit of a mix, but mainly nitrogen here. Yes, well, I guess. Let's go ahead and fill her up. Once again, I do usually use when I usually do this by myself, I usually use a front loader to do this, but I'm trying to avoid loading for a little bit because people said they don't like it. Shall we just... Yeah, we'll fill up both bags. We'll use both bags while we're here. Looks like I need to reverse a little bit closer to that, though. Move, John Deere, move. Let's the lids come off. I'm pretty sure there's a button to fill it up. I just don't know what button it is. So I'm just not going to bother messing around for now. Is it going to go on automatically? Yes, it did. Cool. So we've got another full fertilizer spreader here. This is probably not going to take up the whole field. So we should have a little bit left after. My Brody knob's roughly in the same place as the one on the John Deere. How lucky is that? So that's growing away there. I don't know why it's not actually showing anything just yet because it's been there for a while, but it is planted. Let's go ahead and rotate this camera into here like that. Get the camera zoomed out again. Nice job. And we will begin fertilizing the final field. See, like I said about the map, I need to ask Watch and David. I'm pretty sure... I tried to cater. I like my yards nice, cramped, rammed, a bit like Naysville Farm, but most of the other people I was speaking to don't. They like... Some people like using big equipment, basically, which is... I can't knock that. I understand why. The equipment's nice and more time effective, and it just looks better when you're having huge, big, massive equipment. So what I've done is sort of met each other in the middle. So we've got bits of the yard which are a bit cramped, which you need to kind of think about and force you to buy smaller tractors. Not force you to buy smaller tractors, but you know what I mean. Maybe get a little front loader or a telehandler. But all in all, like the entrances to the yard and all that good stuff are for wide equipment as well. If you want the paths going to the fields, that's catered for wide equipment as well. So yes, I'm not restricting you on my map. If you want to use wide equipment, feel free, although it is mainly designed around medium-sized equipment. So when I say medium, I'm talking probably get T8 easy, comfortable on there. Probably get T8. This John Deere would comfortably fit. This John Deere would comfortably fit on the map. Oh look, he's missed a bit. Stupid course play. Ah well. So yeah, this is like the sort of size equipment I was going for when I'm building the map. Like this John Deere, the T8, possibly, definitely the T6, because that's what I consider medium equipment. The JCB 8000, you get the idea. The quad track and the T9 probably will go down it. Probably will. In fact, no, it definitely will. The gates, I'm not sure about, but at the moment it may change. Once again, the map is nowhere near done, so don't ask when it's out, because it may not be this year, maybe 2018. But the gates aren't my gates. The gates are taken, well, they're going to be taken if Oxygen David says yes from his maps. So yeah, I'll try to cater for everyone basically. With that said, guys, I think I'm going to finish this field. If you did enjoy this episode, please tap my thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Just turn this, we'll go into our next row here. I'm going to leave this time-lapsing. I'm going to sign out the video now, but I'll just leave this going for the people that want to watch it. So I've been Simulate Gaming. If you did enjoy it, please tap my thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Hit subscribe to see more from myself if you haven't already. If you are subscribed to me, make sure you hit that bell, which is next to the subscribe button. Brand new bell. Click that. Yeah, I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.